Welcome back. You join us on our first ever European road trip. And so far, we've taken you every step of the way. From jumping on the ferry to our first stop in Belgium. We've visited the most romantic city of Bruges and we've tasted the beer in Ghent. And we've experienced this truly amazing place. We've hit the capital of Europe and scoured for treasures in the local flea market, while also making some unique Belgian chocolates. We've kept topped up on the local supplies before heading off into rural Belgium and discovering some unique places and even popping into Germany for our tea. But most of all, we've made lots of family memories that last a lifetime. Next stop, Holland!
Amsterdam Central, Amsterdam Sloterdijk.
So we've only made it to Zaandam train station and we're going to jump on a train and head into the centre of Amsterdam.
And the tickets were just €20 for all three of us for a return pass. And like Laura said, it is going to take us into the bang-on centre of Amsterdam, and we're proper excited with this one today. Double decker one.
So we've just literally got off the train and already there's a certain smell of aroma in the air.
So I just said to Laura, do you fancy getting on a cruise and just going around the canals? So we've just looked at this one, Lover's Cruise, what a nicer way to do it. Well, look how crammed they are on there. That's not a Lover's Cruise, that's an orgy, isn't it?
They are packed in like sardines, aren't they?
Yeah. And obviously, because we're that ridiculously English, we come to Amsterdam and we have a New York pizza.
That's hit the spot.
Pair of shoes for Joshua.
I think they're a little big.
Let's check if they fit. Oh, they're a nice fit then, come on. I don't know how you turn him on. We're holiday. Right, we won't be starting a fight with this one. And it seems to be the local shops have plenty on offer.
But I much prefer a block of cheese any day. So this is the cow cheese red pesto. Nice.
I brought her here for a dinner.
Have you ever had sheep cheese?
No, I don't think that's sheep cheese.
It's really nice. It's in between goat's cheese and like normal cheddar cheese. Really nice. I'm loving this.
And obviously I've homed in on a beer cheese. Let's give this a go. Surprisingly, it actually tastes like a pint.
Does that actually?
Yeah, you can taste the beer in it.
Go
I
on then.
thought it was going to be a gimmick, but you can actually taste the beer in it as well. Well, that started to be getting a bit embarrassing. Laura's just gone round just about every single sample she could have had. She's filled us up on lunch.
Rick, more cheese!
No, come on. I've got a challenge for you. To find the duck what you think suits me most, and I'll find the duck what I think suits you most.
Okay.
Well, that's what I'm going to be. Beer and a sausage. It's one for Donald Trump, because we know Laura's definitely the boss in this relationship. So we've tried the Belgian waffles. Now it's time to try out what Holland has to offer. So we're going for hazelnut, Smarties. That looks like it's been dropped on the bird toe. What about raspberry, caramel, strawberry, marshmallows, or Oreos?
Marshmallows.
Yeah, for marshmallows. I think I'm going to go with hazelnut. Yeah, well. Looks amazing, Joshua. Thank you. Well, these look delicious. So it looks like you've just got like your chocolate bit, you've got caramel in it. And I've gone for Smarties. I don't know how to eat them, so we're just going to give it a go. They are nice. Well, it has to be a proper close one between the Belgian and the Dutch, because they were absolutely beautiful.
I can tell it's all the way around your mouth.
And the best thing is, so are you.
On my birthday.
And we clearly keep this in the family, don't we?
You've got proper chocolate everywhere.
You got it?
stuck. It's like caramel stuck.
Well, that's an embarrassing, isn't it, in the middle of the street?
Yeah, I think we've got
Okay.
it. Yeah.
I'm not convinced.
Ah, beautiful.
Right. Next project for you.
Ow.
It's proper sticky chocolate caramel.
So we are just having a stroll through Amsterdam at the moment, but I'm feeling a little bit underwhelmed by it all, to be honest with you.
I think because we've been to Bruges and Brussels first, and they were absolutely stunning buildings all the way round, and it's not as pretty for me anyway.
Definitely not. I mean, the buildings are still pretty, and it's nice to see all the canal networks. Well, I find this rather amusing because we've got the multi-storage car parks at home. There's one here for just purely bikes. Just shows how many bikes there is in this country. I mean, in the UK, what would you get? Well, you wouldn't get them because they'd probably be nicked in England, wouldn't they? How new is that? Burgers by vending machines. Tell you what, for €4.50, I'm having my napkin as well. Well, there's one. So we've just come into Smuller's, and it's obviously like a fast food outlet where you get your burgers, your fries. But instead of the normal way of ordering and waiting for your food to come out, it's already put in all these vending machines here. So you can just go up to your area, press your button. Why is this one cheaper than this one? I feel like I got robbed on this one. Pay for it, pull your burger out, and done. How fast is that? And she is a beauty. So they have these in the UK. Either way, that's me being told off again. It's alright though. If he hit me, I'd have died of a chicken burger in my hand still. Good morning, guys. So you join us, and we're heading on a different theme today. We're heading into rural Holland, and look at this for a setting already. We've come to Zanzi. We're going to head up here, check out all these windmills, and carry on our rural road trip today.
The Dutch started building these windmills back in the 12th century, and they were built basically to grind the grain. But by the 19th century, over 9,000 of these windmills were built.
Unfortunately, there's only about 1,200 of these windmills still standing today, just due for there's no need for them nowadays. I mean, a lot of these are just ornamental rather than working windmills. And this area in particular is more for your tourists than anything else nowadays. But it is still stunning to have a walk around just to see the windmills. And nothing says more Holland than this, does it?
It does. It looks completely authentic to Holland.
So we are only about 20 minutes away from all the hustle and bustle of Amsterdam, and it's a completely different setting today, isn't it?
It is. It just screams out Dutch, doesn't it? What can be more Holland than windmills, cheese and clogs?
And that's exactly what our mission is today, to try and find all them three things as we head round Holland and try and do the rural bit of Holland. But this place is already a tick in the box for me because it looks stunning, doesn't it?
However, after all that walking around all them windmills, do you fancy some pancakes?
Yeah, come on. They're good. Ja,
En dan had je ook het spelen, maar...
mijn wordt bij mij aus.
Ja.
Next stop, Edam cheese, and I've already lost Laura. She's gone running through Edam to find the cheese places already.
Cheese! How much can I have?
You do realise they're just plastic ones, don't you? You have to go inside and buy them, Laura.
So it had to be done, didn't it? We're in Holland, we've come to Edam, it was only right that we come in to the Edam Museum and learn about the cheese.
Right, let's milk the cow.
You're really going for it.
2 for 1.
5-star. I'm a 5-star milker.
2 for 1. Harder. Really squeeze. Ja. Did you hear the click?
So you can also see exactly how the cheeses are made here and the processes they go through. And before they used to put a wax coating on the cheese, they used to use the linseed oil, what they was milling at the windmills.
The farmer's wife scoops the curd from the vat and fills the molds. There's one thing left to do after 4 weeks. She then turns the curd and adds a label showing the fat content of the cheese. The molds are lined with cheesecloth, so the remaining whey can get out and a rind is formed.
Check. Did I get it right or wrong?
So there's a series of Edam cheese questions. So let's see what your knowledge is like with Edam cheese. Question 1. How much does an Edam cheese weigh?
An Edam cheese weighs about 1.6 kilos.
1.6 kilos.
For the answer and open.
Is carrying cheese difficult? So they used to have a berry, and there used to be people employed as cheese carriers who used to take the cheeses all the way to the boats and move them around that way. But they had to go exactly the same pace, otherwise the cheese would roll off. And if they did find themselves in that situation, they'd both be fired on the spot. Quite an important job it was back then.
So Edam cheese takes 4 weeks for it to be mature, and in that time it stays in these little treasuries until it's mature enough to eat. I just need a way to break in, steal a couple.
And she's broke into where they're storing all the cheese is.
So the smell in here is immense. It is so strong of Edam cheese. But what they were just saying is that they have to come in here once a day and turn all the cheeses around. All of them. All of them. Have you seen how many there are?
So the last thing before we leave the museum, what do you think the Edam cheese should be coated in? Red wax or yellow wax?
And I'm gonna have to be different. Now can we get to the exciting bit, buying and tasting the cheese. Good. Also good. I'm loving this.
Ik denk, hoor ik nou een huis?
Yeah, if you...
I'll let you taste. Wait, a moment. a moment.
Can't pop rolls in.
I know.
Good look.
For if you want.
Thank you. Do you want to try a bit?
Go on.
Mummy has a big bit. Yeah, it's perfect.
Is that nice? Perfect.
We make the Edam process. We make
I know, that's cool, isn't it?
A big bag of cheese. I'm well happy. We've got the good cheese. We need some good bread.
And in the months of July and August, every single Wednesday, this square's full of cheese. They have a full-on cheese market, which I'm quite glad it's not, because it'd have cost me a fortune with Laura. She's got a bag full of cheese in a minute.
We've got our cheese and we're going to have some dinner.
So I loved how when we was walking around Edam, all the shops were like proper traditional. You had your proper bakeries, your butcheries, your cheeseries, and that's how it should be when you're walking around places. We seem to have lost a lot of that in England, but here, it's all gone back to traditional ways, hasn't it?
A shop for your fruit and veg, a shop for, like you said, your bakery. And even when we went into the shop to like get the butter, and we asked, did they do baguettes? It was like, no, you get that from the bakery. Now for the exciting bit. Wrapped in proper paper with an elastic band.
What is it?
Oh, look at that slab of cheese.
A big one.
So another fact as well about the cheese, or the Edam cheese, it's only yellow in Holland where it's authentic. The ones outside of Holland are red, so that means that they're not authentic to Holland. So you'd only get the yellow wax in Holland. So this is proper authentic. We're butchering the cheese here.
Beautiful, isn't it?
That is really nice.
I don't know if it's because we're hungry, or the cheese is generally very nice.
A bit of cheese.
So far today, this is, to me, what Holland is all about.
Cheese.
Cheese.
Cheese and Windmills.
I was going to say, yeah, the Windmills, but cheese. This is proper Holland, isn't it?
Yeah. Again, Amsterdam yesterday. Not for us, is that? Too many people.
Yeah, it was very busy, very busy, yeah.
That's what we like, isn't it? More
No,
quaint
it's like
places,
McDonald's.
where you can have a nice wander around, not getting hassled, and come back and have a cheese sandwich.
Yeah.
So we've done the Windmills today. We've now done the cheese. I'm going to take you for a pair of shoes now.
Ah, thanks. So we've just arrived at Marken, a little island off Holland, and he's promised me some new shoes.
And Laura, you can have any pair you want. They're nice and casual, aren't they?
Have you seen how much they are though?
Expensive, aren't they? Actually, I'd be better off taking you to Primark.
Daddy, can we get an umbrella? Because it's raining.
Well, surprisingly, that's really light. I expect them to be really heavy, being made out of wood. And it was actually originally made for workers. Always been made out of wood, but fishermen used to wear them, farmers used to wear them. I suppose I like the steel toe cap, in fairness, aren't they? The craftsmanship on them, though. Well, I've never known Laura being so quick in a shoe shop.
Well, I was a bit disappointed, to be fair. I don't know what I was expecting, and I know it's a shop of clogs.
It's true that it seems so Dutch, but once you're in the clog shop, it's like, yeah, there's a pair of clogs, let's move on. I mean, we properly did that, didn't we?
So I'm banking it, and I will find something else for him to buy me.
So I'll take you to Primark. So we're just taking a walk into the centre now, just to see what else is here, because we did come up here specifically for the clog maker's shop. We didn't see any clogs being made, just loads for sale. They're stupidly expensive, weren't they, as well?
There was about, well, anywhere between 50 and 70 euros for a pair, which...
I thought it was going to be like 10 quid or something. I sort of like regretted my decision when I said you could have a pair of shoes from there. I'm glad you actually didn't like any. Right, so it looks like the houses are very traditional here as well, aren't they?
They really are out there.
So we've just come to an area where you can actually get the ferry across to, is it Volderman, where same area as Edam, and you can get the ferry across there if you was here, but we just drove around, it took about 20 minutes, didn't it?
So let's see what's here and see what we can get.
So I don't know if you can see that right now. You've just got a cat on the ice. I hope it don't fall through.
Why is the cat even on the ice?
We're sort of like stopping just in case it does.
Obviously to help the cat.
Go on, fall. Fall. Oh, that'll be nice right on the edge. Oh, he did it. I mean, oh. Oh, I'm glad he did it. Right, just before we're going for a little beer, follow me because I've got to show you this. And you're going to have to come close up as well for it. I do believe Marken has succeeded. It's the smallest lighthouse I've ever seen. That is pathetic, isn't it? I feel actually sorry for the lighthouse. I bet his big mates are there laughing at him. That is a midget of a lighthouse, isn't it? Now Laura's had a cheese, I'm off for my beer. Come on, Joshua.
Okay.
Come on. So you join us in the Marken pub. And then beer pubs. I've never seen beer pubs like it. There was one that was a trumpet. There was a lighthouse on the bar, probably bigger than the one that's down the port. And 10 out of 10 for the beer pumps. I've never seen beer pumps like it. Cheers.
Cheers. But you do still owe me a pair of shoes. You're not getting out of that one.